and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Here's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 41-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Being chased out left.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the red zone now, Mayfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
These two teams all tied after one. Now Joe Mixon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. A give. This is Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all. And, Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
Mayfield off the play fake. Out to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. They go play action. Mayfield steps away to his left. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
From the 24, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Flushed out right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Drops it off for Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Bengals grab it. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble on.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Browns have taken the lead. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. picked off by John Johnson. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. On the return, Phillips. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On second and very short, Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper as the first half is winding down. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
On the return, Phillips.
And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. On the return, Phillips. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Phillips. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dumps it off to Mixon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just shutting him off there. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Forced out to his left.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third.
Picked off by Eli Apple.
And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Burrow on 3rd down. Open man is Uzomah.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Here we go. Stop! Ready? Stop!
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And Burrow going to throw again. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. C.J. Uzomah His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Bengals 21.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mayfield on play action. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 23. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Malik McDowell breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Burrow. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. He's going to let it go again. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Play fake. Mayfield.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short. Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get your first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Burrow will throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Mayfield on first down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
From midfield now, Burrow. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down. But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Call it a gain of 4 on